Hello, world. Welcome to Rex Arthur TV. This is the Rex Arthur Show where we discuss LGBTQ issues with an LGBTQ approach and an LGBTQ perspective in an LGBTQ plus planet. And today we are discussing um, it is International Women's Day. Happy International Women's Day to everybody. Yes, everybody, because everybody has an X chromosome. So everybody has a part of a woman in them, and more everybody is intersexual, but there are some who are more intersexual than others. And so when we are intersexual, it means everybody has a man and a woman, and men have women, have a woman, and it is shown in the X chromosome, in his chromosomes. And then um, a woman has, what do you call it, as a woman has a man's X chromosome that came from his mother. So women are carrying two X's, one X from a woman and another X from a man. So you see, if men were fully men, they would not even have an X or anything from their mother or from a woman, but they do have an X. Even if the man happens to be, even if the man, like if it's a gay couple and they have children and they use their stem cell to make children, it's already done. The first humans are made up of a man and a woman. So even if you have children through stem cell reproduction, your woman as a man will be sent to your child. That's why the first man and the first woman is very important. And not only the first man and the first woman, the first primate, because we evolved from the primates. And when we evolved from the primates, then the humankind came. Now, animals also have sexual differentiation. So because they have sexual differentiation, they have male and female, and they also have transgenders, and they also have bisexuals, and they also have gays, they also have lesbians. Yes, animals have, because they are sexual beings. So that's what you need to understand about the animal kingdom and about humanity. So Women's Day is for everybody, including men, because men carry an X chromosome from their mother or from a woman, and they also carry the mitochondria. Mitochondria powers every cell in the human body. Every cell has mitochondria, and that mitochondria comes from your mother. So basically, men are also have a huge chunk of feminine material. And in fact, to be more scientific, men carry more genetic material from their mother than from the no actually not men. Women carry more genetic material from their mother than from their father. It's a fact, because the X chromosome from the mother is bigger than the Y chromosome, or the no, how should I put it? Yeah, basically kind of like that. And it doesn't mean that men are not important. Men are very important because they help in sexual identification. Basically, men and women are equal. That's the whole issue about feminism and all of these things. That's why even the feminist movement should be well aware that in case the world, and it's going to be so, because the world is getting more and more feminine, and not feminine. The world should become more and more androgynous. It should become more androgynous, and that's where the world is going. So when that's going to happen, what's going to happen? There'll be no need of the feminist movement. Yes, it will. The claims will be less because everybody is now. No one is oppressing a woman, and neither is anybody oppressing a man. The same to the LGBTQ movement. Very soon, or as time goes on, even in the next 300 years, people will not be really clamoring for LGBTQ rights because every country will have now accepted that LGBTQ persons are human beings. So it's not going to be an issue. Yes. So right now it's an issue because there are people who do not respect LGBTQ rights. They don't respect women's rights. So because of that, they still need to change the system. But with more clamor, with more discussions, like what we're going to listen to, a very good podcast from Sky News, with more clamor and more discussion, the misogyny and homophobia and transphobia and all these, and racism, it will disappear. Yes, it will go. It will basically disappear. So just know that we are all men and women. Yes, we are all intersexual. It's just that some are more intersexual than others. Yes. Like I am a man and a woman hormonally and chromosomally, because I have an X chromosome from my mother and I have a Y chromosome from my father. Secondly, I have male and female hormones. So that makes me intersexual. It means I have a feminine side and I have a masculine side. Everybody's like that. Everybody. And it's just that some people are more masculine than others and others are more feminine than others. It's simple as that. Then you have the other intersex person that is internally has two internal sexual organs, that is of the man and the woman. So what has happened to them biologically is that their hormones have now developed so highly that they lead to the creation of both male and female internal glands. So Semenya belongs to this group. She has a testis. She doesn't have balls, but she has a testis inside her body. So that testis is secreting testosterone. You see, testosterone exists even in women, but because they don't have the testicles, most women don't have the testicles, the testis inside. It's first of all inside, it's internal. Because they don't have that, they can't produce testosterone in a very high rate compared to women who have testes inside, or women who have high testosterone levels because of other reasons. There are other women who have high testosterone levels because they have a Y chromosome. There are other women who have high testosterone levels because they have tumors. There are other women who have high testosterone levels because of genetics. You know, there are certain races where people have high testosterone. Like in Africa, I was just discussing about this and saying Africans tend to have very high testosterone, and because of both men and women, and because of that, the women are able. You'll find a woman has a lot of high testosterone. She's able to do a lot of work, masculine work. That's why look at the runners in athletics. It has been blacks winning the short races. It's because they have a lot of muscle. For you to win a race, especially a short race, you need muscle power. Look at Tyson Gay, very, very masculine. Carl Lewis, very, very masculine. And all of these great men, Usain Bolt, masculine. He has muscle. And look at Semenya, she has muscle. And not only Semenya, there's even the Burundian. She's masculine. And the same to the Kenyan runner in the same race. She's also very masculine. Yes. So that is what Africa is genetically. Black people. And not all black people. There are some black people who are different. There are some black people who are feminine. Yes, it's beautiful. So this is what, so the world is coming to a place whereby we are understanding sexuality, and it has changed this conversation. And this is what we want to discuss today, because this video is the right to be female, the right to be female. Transgender women clash with feminists. So there is a war between in the feminist movement, even as we celebrate the International Women's Day. Some feminists, majority of feminists don't think trans women are women because they were born male. That's their problem. And it's not supposed to be like that. Trans women are women. Yes, they are women. And that is a fact. Because I've already explained to you, even if you're born a man, you have female hormones. So hormonally you're both a man and a woman. We are all hermaphrodites hormonally. And then there are levels of sexuality. Then there are some men who, even if they are men, estrogen was flashed when they were in the fetus, in the womb. Because when the woman is carrying a baby, she does not release blood. She releases estrogen. And the estrogen comes out, it does every month. There's a flash of estrogen because the egg is not being released. So instead of going to the egg, it is rewired or transferred to the fetus. So sometimes women can release so much estrogen, even if the baby is a boy, that when the boy is born, the boy is very feminine. Yes, even if he's masculine, even if he has muscle. Yes, he can have muscle, he can look rough, but he's feminine. It's because of the estrogen that went over the fetus because there was no menstruation. So during the pregnancy. So that's what you need to know. That's another level. Then, from that level onwards, then you have the other level of the transsexuals. Transsexuals are not transgenders. That's what you need to understand. Transgenders, because gender is not sex. Gender is not about whom you have sex with. Gender is who you are sexually, your sexual identity, not whom you have sex with. A transgender woman can have sex with a straight woman. Yes, a transgender woman can have sex with a bisexual man. Yes. It's not about whom you have sex with. So when you're a transsexual, you're not a transgender. Transsexuality is to describe what influences whom you have sex with. So for the transsexual woman or transsexual, even they are never even called woman or man, they're just transsexuals. They especially the men, they tend to be effeminate, and they tend to like women things. They tend to like to play with dolls. They tend to like to when they play games. When children play games, they play a lot of role playing. So they tend to be the mother. They tend to be the one who is cooking. They tend to be like that. That's what happens to those children when they're young. So when they become like that, what happens is they go through confusion. Some of them want to be women because they really played that role very well. Others become, this is where you get gay men. and most of them effeminate gay men. They are feminine. So all of these, so this is what happens to transsexuals. So some of them take different routes. They don't take the same routes. Then others do not become others because of society. They throw away, they live their life, but they live very miserable because they don't get to understand why they were like that. It's biological. Yes, all transsexualism is biological. That's what you need to know. Transgenders are biological. That's why we're doing this video, to tell women, yes, and men, because everybody that trans women are women. Yes. And I like even how Chinamanda said it, even though she was a bit sounding transphobic, but she said something, trans women are trans women. But I know for why it sounded transphobic, she didn't want to call them women. They are women. Where Chinamanda needed to, but where Chinamanda is right is that trans women are just different, a different type of women. Yes, that's what she should have said it. That's how I would interpret her statement. If I was to be her lawyer, I would say what she actually meant was trans women are a different kind of women. And that's what they are. They are women, but different kind. Yes, it's beautiful. And as I told you, never forget this new fact. We are all intersexual. Yes, we are all intersexual. It's just that we have different levels of intersexuality. Everybody, I'm telling you, it's a eureka moment. We are all intersexual. Even women are men. That's why there are women who are patriarchs. Yes, there are women who are patriarchs. There are women who are masculine. You see why the feminist movement is also divided amongst women? It's because there are women who are patriarchs. You see, if you want to know that, put women in a group and they know we are all women. Yes, we all have vagina. Then bring this discussion of feminism. You will see some women walk out. Why? It's their macho, their masculine person is not understanding why people are leaning so much on the feminine, and they walk out. And most of these people who walk out are religious people, because religious women value their religion, which tends to be patriarchal. So that's what you need to understand about that, and we will be discussing, of course, because I have gone to the biology of womanhood and sexuality in this International Women's Day. We will go, the next video is going to focus on the podcast. We're going to discuss about the new lines and what's happening. But so let's summarize what we've just said. We have said we are all intersexual. All. But some are more intersexual than others. Secondly, there are degrees of sexuality. Now, a man who has very high testosterone is the full expression of who a man is, and he has a penis. Is the full expression. This is a man, he has a penis, he has no internal ovaries, he has no what do you call it, there was no, when he was conceived, there was no much, even if estrogen was released. In fact, that's how we get estrogen. One way of getting estrogen is the flashing. The estrogen flashes. Then the other way we get estrogen is hormonally, because the egg that made you, it has estrogen. It has the X chromosome. So you get estrogen all the time, every way. So the man who has a very good balance of estrogen and all of that, he's a full expression of a man. And a woman who is XX and she has no testes and she has a very balanced level of testosterone, she's the full expression of a woman. So between that man and woman, we are in the middle. Some women are close to that man, and some men are close to that. They are close to that woman. Yes, that's why there is androgyny, and the world is becoming like that. It's beautiful. So please understand everything that's happening in the world, and and you will enjoy. It's wonderful. That's why we're doing these videos. We're going to do so many videos because the world is not understanding everything. All right, guys, thank you. So understand, Women's Day is for everybody because everybody has a woman in them.